What's up guys, this is Ian. Today I'm gonna show you a small trick and it will change OBS entirely. All you need is go setting, broadcast setting, and change this to .mp4. That's all you need. It will boost your FPS and will give you a higher quality video. So thanks for watching your FPS and will give you a higher quality .mp4. That's all you need.
Behöver du en hemsida? Varför inte göra en själv? Med Wix kan du skapa en egen profil.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Maz here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best OBS settings for recording your screen, whether that's Minecraft, CSGO, or really anything on your screen. All this is going to be HD. 25,000 subscribers, and all help is appreciated. But on that, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, so first things first, just go ahead and open up OBS Studio, and if you don't already have it for some reason, then I'll have a link in the description below on where you can go ahead and download it. But once you do open it up, yours might have like a white theme on it instead of like a black gray one like the one I currently have on. But don't worry about any of that, I'll go more in detail on how you can change that later on. But once you're here, I want you guys to go ahead and add a scene if you don't have one already. You can do that by just going here and clicking on the plus button, and from here you can just name your scene, so I'm going to name it screen recording. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and click on OK, and say we want to record our actual screen. All you have to do is just click the plus button right here, click on display capture. From here you can click on OK. Pick the monitor you want to record. I'm going to be recording my main one, and I want to capture my cursor, so I'm going to click on OK. And there you go. So if I right click here and click enable preview, as you can see my monitor would be being recorded. And obviously for my case I did do display capture because I do want to record my screen, but you can go ahead and pick game capture or whatever you want if you're going to be recording something else in your case. But once you've got your scenes made up and all that good stuff, I want you guys to head over to the settings button right here. And from here in the general tab you can go ahead and mess around with the theme and the language if you want to. So right here I have English, and then theme is dark. Yours is probably going to be on default. You can change it to dark if you want to. I think it's easier on the eyes, so I keep it like that. From here we're actually going to go ahead and skip over the stream tab, as this is just going to be a video for like recording. So if you guys do want me to make a tutorial on how to stream for like Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube gaming, then be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get on that as soon as possible. But once we are in the output tab, what I want you guys to do is make sure you're on the advanced tab right here, or the advanced output.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Moz here, and welcome back to another video. So I want to start off by...
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Peatbreaker. Video tab. Very handy in case you don't like the new settings, you can just go back to your old settings and don't have to kind of figure out what you had before. So go to Profile, New, and create a new profile. So let's jump right into the settings. The first thing you want to change is in the Video tab, you have Base and Output Resolution. Now, base resolution represents your current monitor, so I'm using a 1080p monitor. And output resolution is what the viewers on Twitch are actually gonna see. And you should always do the downscaling here, guys. Don't do it later in the output tab, because here we're gonna use the GPU and not the CPU, which is just a lot better because you have more performance for the games that you're playing. So if you want to do any downscaling, obviously you can just set this to 1080 here. Then you should do it here. And I would actually recommend you to do a bit of downscaling. Don't do 720p actually. If you have somewhat decent upload, I would always go with this one here, the 1440 x 810. Use the best possible downscaling filter because that just gives you the better looking quality on Twitch. And 60 FPS, which is basically 59.94. Now, before going into any of the other settings, we have to find out what our upload speed is. And the best method to do so is to use the Twitch bandwidth test tool. So you can find this under this link that I'm linking in the description box below. Download this tool, execute this tool, and if you have any problems with running the Twitch bandwidth tester, just run this one here and it just fix any problems that you might have with it. Click on Get Key, which will redirect you on Twitch to where you can actually find your stream key. Click on Show Key, click on I understand, and copy the key. Paste it in here. Use the automatic OBS window size and use a short test duration. You can go with 30 seconds if you want to, or even longer tests, but I found that the difference in actually going with a long test is negligible and you don't really gain anything from this. But what you should do is actually choosing the right region. So I'm based in Europe, so I'm gonna deselect this one here because otherwise the test is gonna take forever. I'm gonna click on Start. And what this basically does is it tests the connection to each of the Twitch servers. So it tests your maximum possible connection to the server, it tests your ping, and finally it will give you an estimate of the quality that you can expect from using this server. Now, interestingly enough, representing the matchmaking experience, choosing a Polish server gives you a 0 quality. No, of course, I'm just kidding. You should obviously go with a low ping and a high quality, so you're going to choose Frankfurt, Germany. Go back to OBS Studio, use Twitch, then look for the respective server that you have just figured out was probably the best. For me, this is Frankfurt, Germany. Paste your stream key and hit apply. Now let's talk about the output settings, and this is probably what most of you guys are really interested in this video. So what you want to do is you want to choose the advanced output mode, because we really want to get into the nitty-gritty of the details in this section here. You want to work in the streaming tab, use the first audio track, and if you followed my previous tutorial on how to set up your audio, you know that we have set all of the audio to go into the first audio track. If you haven't seen this video, I'm linking it in the top right corner right now. Now let's talk about the encoder mode. And basically, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, you have two options here. The first is X264, which basically means that all of the encoding is done on the CPU. And the other one is NVENC, which means that all of the encoding is done on the GPU. Now ideally you want to have the least amount of lag on your system while you're gaming and streaming at the same time, and this is usually always the case if you're using the GPU for encoding, because your CPU is usually already very heavily used up by the current game that you're playing. But unfortunately you have to think about your upload speed as well, because the NVENC codec does not really do such a good job at encoding high quality footage. So this really depends on the upload speed that you have found out using the Twitch bandwidth tester. If for instance you only have something like 5000 kilobits per second here, then you're gonna have to go down with the bitrate a lot. And I've actually tried this out with various different limitations on the upload speed, and what I found was that a good rule of thumb really is to choose half of the bitrate of the upload speed that you have. So if it says 6000 for example, you should choose 3000 as a bitrate. Obviously you have to keep in mind, guys, that next to live streaming the video, you also have to stream the audio. You also have to communicate the game somehow, and you also have other things on your computer that use the internet connection. So you should really make sure not to use too much of a bitrate here, because if you choose a too high bitrate, what can happen is, first of all, you're gonna have a yellow or red indicator in OBS Studio, which basically means your upload cannot keep up with the actual